Hi, and welcome to Life is Good Today. Today, what I thought I'd talk about is learn to create, not to compete. So, in all your relationships and everything you're doing, be a creator, not a competitor. Oftentimes, we get lost in competition. I think we live in a world where we're taught that. But, what if you did it different? I can look at my own life and see how it really changed every aspect of my life. In my relationship with Nancy, being married in the beginning, you kind of want to be right and do it your way. And, we get into competition, or I did anyway. I won't speak for Nancy, I'll speak for me. I want to be right. I want to show it's my way. And when I learned to give up that competition and start creating new ways to be in a relationship, then our marriage really began to change in a different way. And then our relationship started to flourish because Nancy could be her own person within the relationship and I could be mine. And that's where life really works. And then eventually I learned that with the 5 kids. I was in competition for control. And boy, if you've ever raised teenagers, that doesn't work really great. And so I eventually learned how do we sit and create agreements? How do we do things different? How do I become a resource to the kids? In the seminar I went through, as the guy said something that changed the course of my life. I was all about control, and he said, instead of complaining about the kids not taking out the garbage, you're a lucky guy to have garbage. You have food and all this, so you get to take out the garbage. And that sounds like a cutesy little sayings, but the truth is, I realized that if I did that in every area of my life would produce better results and I would feel better about what I'm doing and things would flourish. And so I did that, and I think my relationship with my kids is fantastic. I think my relationship with Nancy is fantastic. And then I had to learn to do that in business, to view things not so much through the competition lens. Don't get me wrong, this is not about doing it perfect, and I think competition is good. I don't mean it that way, but creating is where things begin to happen. And so when I was a pipe fitter for 22 years, and I knew I wanted to do something different. I was tired of working out in the cold and the heat, and the labor was tough, and it was dog stuff, and I want to do something different. I got a high school education and I want to facilitate seminars. And so I had to look at life different. I kept looking into the world going, where do I fit? Where do I fit? And that's how I saw the world. It's like, well, I'm not that smart of a guy, so I only fit in small places. Once I learned to imagine and create, it's like, truth is I have a different perspective, and I think the world could use it. And when that happened, that's where I decided to apply to be executive director of this seminar company. And lo and behold, I got it. And then I ended up teaching the seminar that changed the course of my life for the next 15 years, running the company for 19 years, all because of this concept of getting out of competition and get into creation, get into creating a different thought process, surround myself with creative people, and get the results that I'm looking for. And so, that's something you might want to look at is how do you give up some control and competition and begin to look into the world and say, what is it that I'm fabulous at? And how would the world benefit as a part of that? And how do I begin to move in that direction? So that's the word of today. Go out and do a little creating, a little less competing, and you know what? Get to relax a little bit. Be like me, have a cup of coffee, sit down with friends, laugh a little bit, have some fun. So anyway, that's it for me. I'm going to go have a cup of coffee, post these videos, go pick up a buddy and go to lunch today, and we'll see what happens after that. So life is good today. It's the only day we got. I hope you have a fabulous day. I'm going to, and I'll be talking to you soon. Bye-bye.